Yankees Nation, the Bronx is buzzing, and for good reason. The 2025 season is shaping up to be one of those unforgettable campaigns, the kind where every game feels like a new chapter in a story that's still being written. And right now, that story is overflowing with drama, breakout performances, and behind-the-scenes maneuvers that could shape the future of this franchise in massive ways. Let's start with what just unfolded at Coors Field. The Yankees didn't just win their 6th straight series. They did it in classic Bronx fashion, through grit, resilience, and an unexpected hero rising under the lights. That hero? Backup catcher J.C. Escarra, who turned a routine lineup card appearance into a statement night. Escarra went 3 for 4, drove in 2 crucial runs, and made his presence felt in every inning he was on the field. It wasn't just about the hits, though. His framing was sharp, his communication with starter Will Warren was on point, and by the end of the night, you got the sense that something was starting. A connection between Escarra and the fans, the kind that only happens when a player makes the most of his moment. The game itself was anything but smooth. Rain delays, altitude adjustments, and a Colorado team that refused to quit kept the pressure high. Cody Bellinger set the tone early with some aggressive base running that got the Yankees on the board. Then came a tough first inning for Warren, who surrendered 2 early runs and had to recalibrate quickly to deal with the challenges of pitching in Denver. But that's where the youth of this team shines, not just in talent, but in mental toughness. Warren didn't fold. Instead, he battled back, leaning on Anthony Volpe's wizardry at shortstop, including a stunning triple that helped swing out of the game. Escarra followed up with an RBI double, and suddenly momentum was wearing pinstripes. Aaron Judge, ever the captain and always the clutch performer, ripped a go-ahead double in the 5th. Not long after, Jason Dominguez chipped in with a sacrifice fly that stretched the lead, just before the skies opened up and drenched the field. A rain delay that lasted nearly 2 hours could have killed the energy, but not this team. When play resumed, the bullpen took over and held the line. Jonathan Loaisiga, Mark Leiter Jr., and Devin Williams each took turns keeping the Rockies at bay. And even when things got tense in the final frame, Luke Weaver showed composure. He gave up a solo homer, yes, but he locked things down when it mattered. Still, Escarra was the name on everyone's lips. He added an insurance run in the 8th with a well-placed RBI single. And more than anything, he looked like he belonged. Chemistry behind the plate, timely offense, and a calm presence. Under pressure, he brought all of it. And in a season where catching depth has quietly been a question mark, performances like this start to shift the conversation. Maybe, just maybe, the Yankees have a catching pipeline to match their pitching development machine. But as much as the Yankees are riding high on this streak, the front office knows the marathon is just getting started. Injuries, inconsistencies, and roster holes have already begun to surface, and the brain trust in the Bronx isn't sitting still. Reports are swirling that the Yankees are targeting 2 very specific upgrades: a right-handed bat who can lock down third base, and another reliable arm for the rotation. Neither move will be easy, especially in May, when most teams are still clinging to postseason hopes. But that hasn't stopped general manager Brian Cashman and his team from laying the groundwork. Let's be real, despite a solid record, this roster still has soft spots. Aaron Judge is putting up MVP-type numbers again, slashing .315, total 39, pulsing 6 and now 8, which is video game territory. But you can't expect one man to carry a lineup over 162 games. Dominguez has flashed brilliance. Volpe continues to evolve on both sides of the ball, but Cody Bellinger has been inconsistent, and injuries have taken a toll. Jazz Chisholm Jr. hasn't been able to shake off his lingering issues, and the season-ending injury to Oswaldo Cabrera left a huge hole at third. Right now, the Yankees are patching that spot together with DJ LeMahieu, Oswald Peraza, and Jorbit Vivas. And while they've held the line for now, it's not the kind of setup that screams October ready. That's why the search for a reliable bat is so urgent. The front office is eyeing right-handed options that can stabilize the infield. DJ LeMahieu, as beloved as he is, has struggled. His weighted runs created plus in 2024 set at a meager 52, far below league average. Peraza, for all his potential, has yet to break out of the 73 WRC plus tier that's plagued his young career. Names like Ahmed Rosario, Otto Lopez, and Lennon Sosa are being mentioned, but none of them feel like game changers. Not yet, at least. It's a thin market, and the Yankees know they might have to be aggressive. Then there's the rotation, where things have gotten complicated. Garrett Cole, Luis Gil, and Marcus Stroman are all on the injured list. And while their absences haven't sunk the team, they've forced the Yankees to lean on rookies and aging vets earlier than they'd hoped. Will Warren, to his credit, has shown flashes. That Rockies game alone proved he's got the tools to succeed. Swing and miss stuff, poise on the mound, and a curveball that plays even in the thin air of Denver. But he's still raw, still figuring out how to navigate lineups multiple times through. Ryan Yarbrough has filled innings, but he's not a long-term solution. What this team needs is depth. Not a new ace, not a flashy number one. Just someone who can eat innings, keep games close, and ease the burden on the bullpen. Names have already begun to circulate. Adrian Hauser is one option. Sandy Alcantara, despite his recent struggles, is another. But again, the timing is tricky. Most teams aren't ready to sell in May. There's too much season left. Too many front offices holding out hope. That's why the Yankees are also monitoring the waiver wire. Veterans like Orlando Arcia and Kevin Pillar are available and could provide depth, even if they're not long-term answers. And there's always the in-division wild card. Players like Kyle Gibson or Sean Newcomb, who may be gettable if things change by mid-season. But the biggest buzz? It's coming from overseas. Yankees Nation, get ready. Because the Bronx Bombers are reportedly eyeing the Japanese slugger Munetaka Murakami, and this could be huge. Murakami is already a legend in the Nippon Professional Baseball League. 56 home runs in a single season, 242 total in just 8 years, a career slugging percentage over .540. He's the real deal. And sources indicate the Yankees are seriously considering a major push when he becomes available after the 2025 NPB season ends. This isn't just about power numbers. Murakami represents a potential new era. The last time the Yankees landed a Japanese superstar with this much hype, it was Hideki Matsui, and we all remember how that turned out. Bringing in Murakami wouldn't just boost the lineup, it would electrify the entire fan base, both in the US and across the globe. His projected major league numbers, a .240 to .260 average with legitimate 30 homer power, would slide seamlessly into a Yankees lineup that craves another middle-of-the-order threat. And there's more. Murakami has been expanding his defensive repertoire. He's adequate at first base, a bit below average at third, and recently began experimenting in left field. That kind of flexibility is pure gold for a team like the Yankees, who value lineup versatility as much as raw talent. Yes, there's always a learning curve when Japanese players come to MLB, but Murakami's swing mechanics, strength, and plate discipline suggest he'll adjust quickly. If the Yankees are serious, and early indications say they are, this would be more than just a signing. It would be a signal, a message that the Yankees aren't just chasing wins this season. They're building something sustainable, star-studded, and global. Jim Bowden of The Athletic even ranked Murakami as the 7th best free agent in the upcoming class, placing him ahead of many established MLB stars. Teams like the Red Sox, Mariners, Padres, and Rangers are expected to make a run at him too. But the Yankees have history on their side. They've always been a landing spot for international icons, not just for their performance, but for their platform. Just imagine it. Aaron Judge, Jason Dominguez, and Munetaka Murakami sharing the same lineup. That's not just firepower. That's nightmare fuel for opposing pitchers. A righty masher, a switch-hitting phenom, and a global slugger with a bat built for Yankee Stadium's short porch? That's a new murderer's row waiting to happen. And while this deal may still be months away, the groundwork is clearly being laid. The scouts are watching. The analytics team is running models. And if the opportunity presents itself, don't be surprised if Brian Cashman and company pounce. Because the Yankees aren't just thinking about today's lineup card. They're thinking legacy, they're thinking dynasty. And in the meantime, the team keeps winning, the stars keep producing. And the depth guys, like JC Escara, keep reminding us that in the Bronx, no opportunity is ever too small to change the course of a season. But before we continue, please remember to join our channel and give this video a like. Your support allows us to keep bringing you the latest news about the New York Yankees. Feel free to share your thoughts on the news in the comments. The world of baseball might be on the verge of witnessing an unexpected twist. Rumors circulating behind the scenes suggest that Max Fried, the star pitcher who recently joined the New York Yankees, has suffered an injury that could sideline him for a significant period. Although the team has yet to release an official statement detailing the severity of the issue, sources close to the organization indicate that the situation is serious enough to warrant concern and has already sparked considerable buzz around. The Bronx speculation is that Fried experienced some discomfort during a workout last week, something initially considered minor but that reportedly worsened in the days that followed. The pitcher, known for his consistency and pinpoint control on the mound, is believed to have undergone more extensive medical examinations, fueling suspicions that this may not simply be a mild muscle strain. This rumored setback comes at a crucial point in the season when the Yankees are relying heavily on the depth and quality of their rotation to maintain their strong campaign. Fried's potential absence would create a significant gap, possibly forcing the manager to look for solutions within the roster or even explore the trade market. However, sources linked to the front office maintain a cautious stance, emphasizing that it's still too early for any definitive conclusions. The whispers have already taken over social media and sports talk shows, with analysts debating the possible scenarios should the injury prove to be serious. Some speculate that the Yankees medical staff might be keeping things quiet to avoid alarming fans, while others believe the team is simply waiting for final test results before making any public announcements. Max Fried arrived in New York, surrounded by high expectations, coming off solid seasons and with the status of being one of Major League Baseball's premier pitchers. His adaptation to the Yankees had been widely praised, and his presence on the mound was seen as essential to the team's strategy in their pursuit of a championship. That's precisely why any hint of a physical setback causes significant concern. For now, there's only official silence and plenty of speculation. Fans anxiously await updates, hoping that it's nothing more than a scare and that Max Fried will soon return to the starting rotation, ready to continue helping the Yankees on their journey to the playoffs. Until then, the mystery lingers, fueling even more rumors and sports talk across the league. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the New York Yankees, please subscribe to our channel and give us a like. We always appreciate your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.